Alright. Monday, moon day. Yesterday was Sunday. I have organized, set out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week. I might add Wednesday in today. But yesterday was Sunday. Our week 3 of the Artist Diaries started on Sunday. And I have written, this week we are finishing things. Paintings, thoughts, jobs. Sunday, I have written for myself, who are you when you are this version of yourself serving her purpose? And then just direction of your creation. What I'm going to do is read through what I've written last night. I just did a fabulous ritual for the full moon, the strawberry full moon, mind you. Today we also have Jupiter going into Leo. We love that. And Mercury's gone the fuck backwards, bitch, so... I think Gemini's and Mars and Gemini. I don't know. I think that was yesterday that Gemini and Mars got together. They just got together a little. Okay. Look me, just flipping through. Okay. I also did a meditation before. And I kind of wrote about this yesterday and released a bunch of shit. In the ritual I did something as a part of my ritual. I smoked a skinny menthol cigarette and I made it super symbolic. But what came up, just doing this or embodying this creative variety, some feelings came up in it. And what do I want to talk about in regards to that? I don't know. Should I just... Who are you when you're serving... Excuse me. Who are you when you're this... Bitch, I swear to fucking God. Who are you when you're this version of yourself serving her purpose? I also just started my period today, obviously, because it's a full moon, because that's what we do. So I'm a little bit... How you going? A couple of months ago, I put to paper what I understood my purpose to be in this life. Because I am her, I am not entirely sure how else to answer this question. The direction of my creation exists along many avenues which I cannot see. Simultaneously, I have watched and felt myself set their foundation over the past few years. I know how to create an experience. I have done it repeatedly alone in my bedroom for such a long time. And outside of it. Let's be so fucking real. You've done it alone in your bedroom. I have done it alone in my bedroom. The way I do it alone in my bedroom, the way I have done it alone in my bedroom. Say less. But were you ever alone in it? No, you weren't. Painting felt safe, natural, easy. I'm going to finish this series, Women of Variety, and I'm never going to give up painting. I wrote this last night and I was a bit, I got emotional, man. I got emotional because I had these feelings that came up, and it's so funny because, like, a big part of being able to see yourself and really fucking feel yourself at your core for who you are, you know exactly what these emotions are when you come up, and it's not even that I don't allow them to spiral or become something that is harmful or self-deprecating. See, I don't even like using those words. I felt this pit in my stomach, which was like I needed to cry. All at once, that also came with me laughing, and it also came with this almost anger, almost frustration, but neither of those two things. And this all happened at once. And then I know that it is to do with that aspect of direction. I'm just going to keep reading. I don't want to cry like this again. Your dreams have never been too big, and I'm so sorry you have ever felt that way. I know you have compared yourself to others, the process, what works, because it's recorded, because it's data, and I thank you for not resisting the parts of that data that is for us to use. Obviously, variety exists in 1,000,001 ways in a singular medium. Did we choose to utilize that? Of course I did. You put your hands to work and channeled a story you were all too familiar with, though simultaneously didn't even know existed. You destroyed 6 of those stories and created something in freedom and fun. Bird brain bitch. A parrot, a crow, a pigeon, brilliant, misunderstood, colloquial, eloquent. I did that. I made that. It's not about where it's sent, but about where it lands. It's about where it's sent as well, though. I fear if I could tell you my exact direction, I may never feel fulfilled. My purpose would fall flat. Operating from a state of God/universal consciousness is all I know how to do now. Even the consideration of how that sounds to a person who refuses to challenges the purpose, the person I have come to know and love. I'm not sorry, and I am unforgiving, a talented, brilliant, beautiful, strange, intentional, and relentless creator. Shit. I've just recorded and I haven't even looked at what I'm doing for today, but what I have written here is an acceptance of yourself as a multifaceted woman of variety. What are you releasing? Why are you ready to be seen globally? Fame, ? Talk about it. Why are you ready to be seen? Why am I ready? Why am I ready? Why would I not be ready? I'm releasing that. That is what I've released. I released it in the ritual that I've just done before is the contrarian. Oh, fuck, my petition. It is, how did I word it? It was the contrarian that shields the fearful, the playing both sides. And it's not that, not doing that again. Why are you ready to be seen? Because I have shit to say. I have this energy that is so fucking big and so fucking wild and so fucking burning that for me, it is pointless. It is absolutely pointless. It is absolutely and entirely useless for that to not be shared. And if you feel it, you fucking feel it. And it's not just me you fucking feel it through. It is not just me you fucking feel it through. I'm talking to myself. I'm literally just talking to myself. But I'm not just talking to myself. I cannot say how many or who many will see this or watch this or listen or have it on in the fucking background or what the fuck ever. But it's not just me talking to me. And why are you ready to be seen, Jules, on a global level? Your purpose is to your purpose is to get your energy into every nook and fucking cranny that it can force its way through in this universe, on this planet, in the moments, in the little bits and pieces, in the ways that make something for another person. You are ready to be seen on the same scale that you always fucking knew, babe, that you always fucking knew. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to spit out something else right now to make somebody else see me as somebody that is humble. I'm sweet. I'm actually sweet. What matters to me is I've already felt what matters to me. I've already felt it in my heart, in my body, in my soul, in my art. I've already felt it. And that's what matters. And that's what's shared. And that's a common human fucking experience. That is a common human experience. And I'm fairly happy with that. I really stabbed my fucking page, hey. It's a passion, baby. Tuesday is tomorrow, which is Mars Day. I'm going to finish a painting. And I'm going to talk about my painting that I'm finishing. And it's a special one to me. It's a special one to me, but fuck it, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, bye. I'm refilming because I can. First cut Franklin. You know, maybe I'm not first cut Franklin. Maybe I'm multiple cuts Melissa. I don't know. No, I kind of like being first cut Franklin. That's the thing with these videos as well. I am just saying it. I am watching it back maybe one time and I am posting it. Whatever. Fame. I'm going to go back to fame. I'm going to keep on some of what I said about fame because I like what I said about something home to see my kin. Is it something about this Substack essay article? I don't fucking know, bro. People call them essays, but like I just write, and this is like it's just so much. Oh my god, there's so much to go through. Okay, I am enough, Jules. You're enough. You are enough. You're more than enough. Number of fucking reasons throughout my life there has been a air of potentially feeling like I am too much, which I'm also not too much. My muchness is literally like one of my favorite things about myself. So absolutely, but perhaps laying beneath that was a sense of actually not being enough. And this creative inherent ability for me to do things to a really fantastic standard and a very unique standard as well, and without having to pull from all of these other places and just having that as something that is truly inside of me. It has almost come with this essence of not being enough because I wasn't built to do it in a way that somebody else has, and it's definitely something that I've talked about, but as I should, because it's So it's really frequent, and it's a very, it can be a very difficult thing to grasp, the fact that this concept of not being enough actually comes from a place of greatness, that's the back end and the fear in it. I'm not going to say it's sad, because how can you say that, it's sad being great and having gifts and being able to have a body to share that and put that out in whichever way you desire. But yeah, it came up about not being enough. And when I was literally 16 years old, I wrote this, I don't even know what to call it. I just wrote something, on Tumblr, when it was like you'd write quotes. I used to do that all the time, but I wouldn't share it with anybody. And I wrote a quote about what do you do when everyone always talks about not being enough, but what do you do when you're too fucking much? Came to terms with that, and it was easy. It was simple, and it was easy. And then I think not being enough was just lingering in the back there. And there is no reason for it, because it's not fucking true. There's no reason for it, because it's not fucking true. And that is enough. Just saying that and knowing that and believing that is enough. That is enough. So shit, that just fucking poured out of me, didn't it? Cool. I'm so excited to edit this. But what I wanted to speak back on, fuck my life, and I need to eat. This article that I wrote on Substack. Article, not essay. An essay I wrote on Substack. I have no structure. I don't think about what I learned in high school about how to write an essay. I never went to university. I write and I'm good at writing. And I always have been. Room for improvement? Always. So I wrote an essay about fame. Iconic woman and the pendulum of fame. The way I spoke about it in my last video, I haven't read it in a very hot minute. But I was just listening back to myself, and I was like, is that what it's about? Like, I actually, I don't know. I think I was potentially speaking of, see, this is why I need to remember. I've written a title of like a part 2 of this, and I haven't written it yet. So I'm going to add that to Wednesday. This is actually perfect, to be quite honest with you, because Wednesday is Mercury Day. I had written a title / concept in my journal probably a couple of months ago now, and have not touched since, but I know it's there. Shout out to my 6 subscribers on Substack. Hey guys. It's mostly just Erin. Erin is my biggest supporter. But I'm gonna get that up. On Wednesday for the day of communication, because we're running it back, baby. We are running it back. We are using that energy, and we are using that retrograde. And maybe I misspell a couple of things, but who the fuck cares? See, lovely. This is why I've started a new video, and this is why I've continued recording, because had I not, would I have come up with that idea? Probably not. Okay. So much to talk about. So many things to talk about. Okay, I'm going to talk about something. I'm not. You're talking about fame. All I'm going to say about the pendulum of fame, age of pendulum, what's surrounding it, present time, age of information, velocity, doesn't know which way to go. So you got to go inwards. You've got to go inwards, and you have to do it when it comes to this is what it was going to be about. This is, okay, the concept / title is the consumption of media versus the consumption of a person. Yes, so I'm going to write about that. What is fame? What will fame be to you? What will fame be to you? What is fame to me? It's just a fucking label, isn't it? It's just a label, and what is it defined by? Money, accolades, representation, demographic, how many spaces, how much space. It's so funny. I am a long time pop culture lover, and I grew up just completely, me and my sister, completely and totally idolizing Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. And that's sort of where I start off the essay as well. But it's just interesting that when you grow older, and the concept of idolizing someone, and fuck that. At the end of the day, if you know you've got something that is not even some things that you feel in your bones are entirely bigger than what you were even able to articulate, you don't have to be humble about that. You don't have to be humble about that, and you don't have to play it down, and you don't have to flatten your voice. You don't have to make yourself smaller. You don't have to, and here's the thing. If someone's saying to me, I want to be famous, that's what I want to be famous, I would respond with the question of, well, why? Why do you want to be famous? And there's no ifs, but if the first thing that, not even the first thing, if what was at the forefront of my creation of art, music, writing, everything else I got going on, if what was driving that was having the most amount of people see it, making the most amount of money from it, being recognized, receiving external validation from people, because that is what is associated with fame. So if it was those things that were in place driving it, guess the fuck what? I would be famous by now. I would be. That's not my driving force. And it's not the driving force for a lot of people that know that their future holds something which has the power to shift on a large collective level and has the power to inspire at the same degree. And that's just the God honest truth. Yeah, I fuck with that. I actually like what I said there, and I'm going to keep that in. I'm going to keep that one in. So why am I ready to be seen globally? I talked about it, and I'm going to talk about it again because now I'm just feeling a bit more comfortable. I'm feeling more comfortable, and, you know, I have to recognize that it is a full moon. Mama just started her period. Mercury's in retrograde. So, because I've proved it to myself, because I've just proved it to myself. I proved it to myself when I recorded my first video and said, fuck it. And I said, fuck it. And if we're talking external factors, that is an external factor. If we're talking internal factors, because it's something I have known. It's something that I have known since I was a little girl, and it was even when I was a young girl idolizing these women. It brings me back to the awe I talked about when I referenced inspiration recently. It was never about desiring something that looked or felt unattainable. It was never about wanting to be somebody else. It always sat in this place of admiration and awe. And it's like I saw myself. It's like I saw myself in these people that I admired. And yeah. So that's the internal side of things. And I am never, ever again going to deny that little girl inside of me. Because I love her so fucking much. You have no fucking clue how goddamn much I love her. And believe her. And listen to her. And the result of listening to her is I can comfortably, do I say comfortably? What the fuck ever? That I can comfortably sit here and say, that little girl that I honor, love, and would fucking die for is listened to. And I started this Artist Diaries. So that is the external factor and result of me listening to her, in addition to a couple of other things along the way. Posting my writing online with not giving a fuck, without giving a fuck. Making art, and it's funny because like I said it before, painting was safe. Like painting is, but like it was safe because when I came up with the concept of Admit 12, it was not to start as a it wasn't for consistent painting. It wasn't to try be a painter or like a mixed media artist. But I am. Like it's still what I am. started as an idea for fashion and for, not when I started it, but when I channeled the idea and it came in full force, as I like to describe the ideas that come through. It came in hot, and it came in with a business plan. And this is interesting. I don't think I'm starving Marvin. I'm starving Marvin. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's go E. I have an itchy toe.